like when I'm putting lapels on people,
Yeah.
and I always say like, do I have your consent to like touch? And like some people will laugh at me, and I'm like, look,
Probably a
man,
good
to
idea.
be honest, I'm really uncomfortable. I don't know you, and I want to make sure that I have your consent, because people
Yeah.
think I'm doing it to be sweet to them, but I'm like, I just don't want to touch you, and I'd be a lot more comfortable if I knew that very much you were okay with me touching you right now. So.
I do feel like your experience in the industry with food and beverage and beer was helpful because you were able to lead us down a path of conversation and pull out of me the things that were I needed to say on camera because it's not my favorite thing to do. And so you made it so easy.
What was the most valuable part of our collaboration, either to you and Jeff or like to the team overall?
Was the quality of the video, but also just your knowing and understanding us and being able to put that into content so that it really truly represented who we were and it didn't feel weird or fabricated or like it was someone else's product. It genuinely felt like it was representing us.
That felt pretty easy because even though you have a lot of different products, like you and Jeff and Chip, so many of you that were for there from the start, it was easy to like understand your brand
Right.
and understand listening to the way that you communicate with people. And that really was, I mean, there's a lot of other businesses that I've worked with that I had to not really fabricate like the word that you said, but draw out like they've never clarified or it's not actually very
Right.
clear.
Right.
And with you all, it was like, well, would Leah say this? If not, we're not going to do it. So
Right.
you,
Right.
even if you didn't want to be, you truly were kind of the template for a lot of the way that we drew communication out in the content that we designed.
I think that I don't leave a lot to the imagination, so that was probably helpful. But also,
Yeah.
I think that when you're talking about your family and your business, and it's not just like a business and it's just not something that you're doing every day, like going to work and doing a job, it's actually like what you're living, then
Mhm.
it's a little bit easier. I mean, we breathe it, eat it, sleep it, live it. So, it comes across. We're able to kind of obviously get the point across of what it is because we are living it. If I was referring someone to you, I would say it's going to be really easy. His sense of humor makes things so much easier and more approachable, and he'll make you feel comfortable. He also is a true professional and knows exactly what he's doing. So while there might be humor, it is just kind of taking that edge off.
Yeah, that's the so many years of being a bartender and learning how to like, if I make people happy, then nobody is sad. It's never a conversation that I had with you back then
Mhm.
because I wasn't really honed in on brand strategy. And so I don't even know where you as a company truly stood there. I know that part of your strategy was make video and put video on internet to increase brand awareness.
Right, right.
That was pretty much the goal, but I'm curious how it felt over time implementing that into the big picture.
We sit down and we will do an annual business plan for marketing, and we will put together these strategies and these ways of marketing for the entire year. And then, obviously, month by month and quarter by quarter, we will take a closer look and a more intensive look at how we're going to come about those brand strategies. And obviously, things change throughout the year. You can change focus if perhaps one of your products isn't doing what it needs to be doing. But we would always sit down and outline what we needed to take a look at and then send information over to you in which you would extrapolate that and then put to video so that we could take video out to our platform so that we could then in turn support what we were doing from the marketing side. Not
Overall,
only
whatever.
are you awesome at your job in the fact of all of the marketing and also video content, but just so easy to talk to, easy to work with. Like I said, so much good humor that just takes the edge off of something that's very uncomfortable for me that I don't love to do at all in video and recordings and really making it fun. Probably my most fun thing I've ever done was the video that you and Chip and I and your brother-in-law put together. The one where
Oh, the Oktoberfest one? And you told us to leave? Yeah.
my most fun thing that we've ever recorded with anybody ever.
I
So
love it. I still use you and Chip laughing as B-roll just because it's like, first of all, you hate being on camera, so you're never giving me that full joy. So it took such a stupid shoot like that. And honestly, Leah, I don't get it because that was like one of the first few videos we shot together. And when John and I pitched it, we were like, John and I always made a list of like, okay, we know this is serious. This one's okay. We feel like it would work. It might be into it. And the last one was always like one for us. That was just like, this is stupid. And then you guys, a lot of the time, you and Chip would pick that one that I would put in the list. And I would just be like, okay.
It's beer. I mean, how can you take yourselves that seriously, right?
Yeah, guys.
And so it just made sense, I guess. So.
Or like during COVID, I was so lucky that I got to stay with the team because I lost all my other business, but you guys being at the scale that you were kept selling beer, which was great. Yeah. And I pitched to Chip, hey, what if I use my kids' action figures and I do like ads for stories? I don't know what it was. Yeah. It was ridiculous. But was
it May the 4th?
Well, that was the first one I did. Yeah. Where I used the beer cans and I did the May the 4th be with you, and I actioned them out to do the trailer. But then I did those. I don't even know if you remember it. It was such a hectic time. I would be surprised if you did remember. But what I did was I took audio clips from old 90s soap operas and I acted them out with the action figures. And then I did it in front of a green screen. So I changed the backgrounds, and then I would run and I made like little ads in between them for like Scottsdale Blonde.
Yes.
It was very
What was
stupid.
The one that we did that was like I'm just a beer looking for a...
Oh, Love Story. We did.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, buddy. It's good to see you, dude. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, good to see you too.
When are you coming back? When are you starting?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Leah. I don't want to steal any more of your time.
Yep. It's great talking to you.
Yeah, you too.